Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy the Fice back at it with another Raid Shadow Legends video. But if it's your first time here, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. I love hearing from you guys. Come join us on Discord. It's the best gaming community ever. You will not regret it. Come follow us on Twitch. We stream live there as well. All the links are going to be at the bottom below. Also guys, if you know this channel, we unfortunately do not have YouTube monetization, so if you did want to financially support the channel so we can continue doing this, so I can continue making amazing content for you guys, there are two ways. There's a Patreon link, which is going to be down below, but there's also the storefront where we finally have our storefront for Etsy, which we're rocking right now, the Street Fighter Fice t-shirt. It's our first merchant item ever. We have another one as well that we just put out there, and it's the Street Fighter Fice coffee mug. If you wanted to get something out of it, but also do a donation, this is such a cool way of doing it, guys, because you get something to represent, something that's awesome. Come be part of the Fice fam. You will not regret it. I love you guys so much, but let's get into this content because I know that's what you guys want. So let's do it, fam. Alright guys, so let's get right into it. So if you popped into this video, you already know that this is a Bellower type guide. Now, our boy Bellower is the man. If you can see right now, I did shift my camera into the middle, and I'll probably be shifting him around, my camera around occasionally, because I want you guys to see what areas I'm focusing on. So if I'm talking about artifacts and stuff, I definitely do want to have my camera somewhere around here. So I'm right by his belly button piercing. If we want to take a look at him really quick to see what he looks like, this is our boy Bellower. He is the man. Yo, an absolutely amazing character, guys, for farming, and we're going to talk about why he is such a good character for farming. So the first reason I want to mention this is the reason why I decided to do this video is because we did the early guide for farming with starter champions, but after a while I was like, I really need to have a champion that farms efficiently, like really efficient, specific for that type of role. Kill is good, but we need to start getting to the point when we need to farm really fast just to kind of have more growth with our account. And I was talking with the community and everyone was like, yo, you should really get Bellower up. It sounded like a lot of people would have loved for me to get Bellower up. Now, a lot of people say that Bellower is a very tough character to build in order to farm pretty good, but the thing is, I did not even build him that great, and he's actually working out not too shabby. If there's any piece that I probably would replace, it's gonna be the neck piece, and we're gonna get into discussion about it. But this guy is absolutely amazing. So one of the main reasons why Bellower is so good as a farmer, we'll kind of just start going off the pieces that I see right in front of me. The first piece is he's a void character, guys, so he has no weaknesses. So when he's farming 12-3 brutal, there's none of the characters there where he won't be able to do a crit, or he gets countered and he doesn't do the maximum damage in that sense. So because he's a void character, he's basically neutral on damage output, and that's amazing. The other main piece on why he is really good on just being a farmer is because all his attacks, if we go through his attacks, let's go through them really quick. All of them are all attack all enemy types. And that is a really amazing thing when it comes to just basically not having a cooldown, not needing to worry about it too much. So first one is Frazzle. We decked it out, obviously, if he's going to be our farmer. And he attacks all enemies, has a 20% chance of placing a block cooldown skill debuff for 1 turn. We just care about the fact that because we're building him as a farmer, we care about just increasing his damage output and attacking all enemies. In regards to his debuffs and everything, because I am specifically tuning him to farm for me, I don't care about anything in regards to accuracy with him, guys. So when I'm doing this build, I'm ignoring accuracy for most of the part. Like, that's pretty much it. I do have some accuracy, like for some points, like when I'm doing masteries, and we'll discuss that. But when it comes to all the items right now for building and trying to get him as a farmer, that's essentially what I'm doing, just damage, 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 damage. So we're gonna keep going. So Mighty Bellow, also another attack all enemies. And it says attack all enemies has a 50% chance of placing a 15% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Now, this character is pretty good for a lot of things, kind of like Spider, because he does a lot of AoE attacks. So he can take down the Spiderlings very, very quickly if he's built with a lot of damage as well. So it's a really good thing. And the fact that he can debuff people as well, or debuff a bunch of people, is what also makes him good for Spider. But my proficiency for him is farming. So it's 12-3 brutal. What can he do? Later on down the road, if I get someone else, I might switch him. But for now, he's holding it down for us. If we look at Bellower, attacks all enemies has a 75% chance of placing a 25% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns, has a 75% chance of placing a 30% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. That is amazing, and then when you spec into it, you can actually go even higher with it, guys. So if you did actually build accuracy with him, and then you did him on Spider, he would be such a really cool character to have. So now let's talk that those were like the main reasons. It's like he's a void and he does attack all enemies, which is really good, guys. He does so much damage output when you start building him as damage. So let's start talking about the items that we kind of have here. So what I was kind of originally, when I was building him, guys, I was building him in the hopes that all my offset pieces would have crit rate to the point that the gloves would be crit damage. And then that would just skyrocket the crit damage output. Unfortunately, I was not able to reach that goal of doing that. But we're going to kind of go through what are some of the things that if you wanted to get crit damage gloves, what you would do. So that was really essentially one of the things. So this is not a bad weapon that we got. We got attack 225, resistance whatever, because like I said, we're farming him. We're trying to build him as a farmer. Crit rate is good. Attack percentage is good. HP wouldn't be. If we had crit damage, that would be awesome. So that's like kind of the things that you would look at. When it comes to farming 12-3 Brutal, you do not need that much speed in order to farm it and get the first hit. So that's the important thing, guys. You actually do not need a lot of speed at all in order to do it. I only added 14 speed to my Bellower just because it was an off piece or whatever, and it works out. It's just, you don't need it. Like you can go fast enough with like the people that get the first turn, which is Diablos. Diablos has 105 speed, always goes first. So you really don't need a lot of speed at all just to get the first turn for the hit with Bellower. I'm trying to remember what the exact thing is. A lot of people said you just have to kind of be over 100 to do that. We can do a confirmation later, and I'll just let you know at the end of the video what it is, because I'll probably try to see if I can find the champion that has 100, or I'll at least put it in the comments below to let you guys know, and maybe, or in the description, and be like, yes, you have to have this speed, and someone will tell us in the comments. Alright guys, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna see if speed, we're gonna equip this on Zephyr. She's gonna be at 103% speed. So that is now what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the test. I really do want to run this test really quick with you guys to find out what the true speed is for 12-3 Brutal. It's something I'm really curious about. We're gonna find out right now what the exact speed is in order to farm 12-3 without having an issue right here. So we're gonna do it. I might actually put this as a separate video as well, so people can know this and they can look it up. But obviously Zephyr is 100 flat, but we added a helmet that basically has 12-3. Has a 12-3. We're farming 12-3. That has 3 extra speed. So let's see how fast she goes. If she goes fast, then you just really need to have like 103 speed, and then that would be pretty much it. And that's not that much speed you need out of all the pieces in order to make a really good farmer. And then you could just worry about damage. So we're going to see what happens here. And then if this doesn't work, we're going to do 104. And of course, Bellower coming through with the fast grind while we're doing this grind. While I'm trying to show you guys now, basically, hey, what's going on here? Like, what's the speed that you need for Bellower? He's doing these crazy speed runs. And we don't even have great gear with him. We don't have great gear with him, fam. And look at this. Why is he doing this to us? He's like trolling. He's trolling us so hard because, like, you're gonna see later. It's like I do the farming, and I'm waiting for it to show what the time frame is. But look at this, man. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. And we need a better neck piece. But it's like he's just doing really good on the farming. All right. 103. So 103, and it's guaranteed that you would definitely be able to do that, guys. So honestly, it's not that much speed that you need in order to farm 12-3 Brutal. That is a really good sign right there. Very interesting. Look at that. Comments. But let's continue moving forward. So, like, crit rate, attack percentage, and crit damage. Those are the 3 things you would go for. If we go to the helm here, same idea, guys. We had attack percentage, awesome. Attack flat rate is like blah. If we had crit rate, that would have been so cool. and we do have crit damage here, so that's actually nice. But you see, like, we're not perfect on this. It's pretty awesome that we do have attack 2 times for 12%, but if we had crit rate, that would have been cool. Now, this shield is actually pretty nice. We have crit rate 21%. We do have crit damage, but we don't have attack percentage. But we do have 2 of the 3 items that do help us to kind of build him as a decent farmer or whatever. Now, if I kept going consistently on all the off pieces for crit and having a decent amount of crit rate, we probably would have got to the point where we could have probably done crit damage for gloves, but I was not able to do that, unfortunately. And believe it or not, guys, these gloves aren't that great because it's a 5-star, it's crit rate 50, but in regards to farming aspect, we only have crit damage 11%. The attack flat rate 19 is garbage. We had attack percentage, that would be good, and if we had something, I don't know, yeah, attack percentage would have been pretty legit to have. After that, that would be pretty much something that we would want. Maybe speed you would want to put as an offset if you didn't get into the other off pieces. But that's essentially, like, it's not a bad item, it's just not great, but it does have crit damage. If we had attack percentage, it would have been good there. So you can see, like, yo, these gear pieces are nice, but they're not great. And they're also 4-star pieces and 5-star pieces. They're not like full 5-star, full 6-star. Now, also, if you see, guys, the build that we're going for is 2 15% attacks, because those were the 2 items that I was able to get that were the best out of my my items for the attack damage to get that 15%. And we did actually have 2 decent cruel piece, which is attack 15% and ignores 5% of the enemy's defense, which is really good. Now, after that, I didn't have anything else, so I had to go for a broken set, which that means is you go 1 piece of something else, and you go 1 piece of something else, and that's whatever. But if we did actually have another attack 50% or a cruel set, like, that would have, if we would have had that offense, that's another 15% we could just tally on, and we would just be farming like crazy. But we went with a broken piece for broken set for the 3rd piece, and we're not getting any benefit besides the stats on the items. So we talked about the gloves here. Let's talk about the chest. The chest, you're going to go for attack percentage. It's a 5-star, so it's only going to go up to 50%. This isn't a bad item, but like I said, guys, it's we went for crit damage, which is really good. There was 14% there. But then everything else after that, it's like it's attack flat, and you have no choice in that matter because you have attack percent as the main stat there. But if it had crit rate, that would have been pretty awesome if we would have had crit rate. That would actually been a pretty good item in the case that how we're trying to build him. But still, we went a 5-star, attack 50%, and then we went for crit damage, and that was essentially something that was able to help us go a little further. Now, if we go into the boots, they're 4-stars, so they're not even attack 50%. We're missing 10% of the benefit here. We don't have crit damage. We do have the speed, which is like, okay, that's fine. But then that's pretty much it. We went for the main stat in this case with the boots. So that was like kind of one of those things there. So the speed definitely did help kind of put us a little over just to kind of go fast. So that is a good thing as well. But like the flat HP, the HP percent, the flat defense, that doesn't mean anything. That's straight trash to us. So you can tell like this isn't a perfect building set, and you'll see that we'll do a few runs, and you'll see like we do 15 runs. I've done 8-second runs where the cooldowns kind of dropped. So now let's go to the next thing. The next thing is a 4-star, and it's not even a great ring, guys. It's not. It really isn't. But it's attack 190. Before I was using this, which it had the main stat as HP. But regardless, I was like, I don't care about HP. Give me the extra 159 attack because I really want that. So we have 190 flat for attack as the main stat, and then we have attack 1 going up to attack 7%, which is really good. I would have loved to have something else that would have been nice, you know, something else that would have helped us to move forward in regards to doing damage output. But it's a decent thing for a 4-star, and eventually when we get a 5-star, we could probably potentially replace it, and it wouldn't be that difficult to replace either. Now, the piece that I definitely do need to replace in order for him to be a true efficient farmer, even with this crappy gear, guys, is to have a neck piece that the main stat is crit damage. If the main stat is crit damage, guys, it is absolutely incredible. You get an insane amount of crit damage percent that just makes your damage output skyrocket. Me having just 225 extra attack as a flat for the main stat is trash. So this is the only thing that's really holding us back from really having a crazy efficient farmer for Bellower, because everything else would be amazing. We basically down these creatures pretty close to the end, and when we do get to basically do them in a quick run on 8 seconds, we just do it. So this is the one piece that I would tell us, like I'm telling you guys, that I would change. It's basically having that crit damage, because we already have the crit rate or whatever, which it would have been nice to have it for gloves, but it is what it is. But this is the one piece I'm telling you guys that you need to really focus on if you do start doing this. It's like, yo, have crit damage as the main stat. All the off stats are straight up trash. They don't help us on damage output at all, so you can tell, like, we would need to replace it, but it's still helping us at the end of the day, which is really cool. Now we go to the banner. The banner, like I said, we're not focusing on accuracy at all, so this becomes an open slot for farming, where it's basically us just focusing on attack. We do have the extra speed there, which, alright, it's cool, it is what it is, but we don't have anything else in regards to the substats. The substats do not contribute to us farming. We're just focusing on damage output, so the really main thing that's really helping us here is the attack 285. If we would have had a nicer banner where it kind of would have, let's see. You see, this is defense, this is HP, accuracy. I don't have anything that helps with damage besides this, and it's still helping us get the job done. So we kind of discussed this, and like I said, guys, a lot of people say, like, hey, it's very difficult to farm to set up Bellower when you're starting, but like I said, we just hit the 2-month mark and we got Yaga the Insatiable. So it's pretty cool for the simple fact that we're able to build a Bellower that's able to help us farm way more, insanely way more efficient than Kale, and you guys are going to see that. So now let's go really quick. We already talked about the skills. The aura I didn't discuss, but it increases ally speed and faction crisp by 15%. It's not a bad lead for faction wars, so that's pretty cool. But now let's go into the mastery, guys, because I know that's what you're really curious about as well. So how did you build him, Fice? And the way we built him was kind of like pretty much, we're going to be focusing mainly on the offensive tree. So, you know, like I said, we got the crit rate here, we got crit damage. We said just in case things had shield, so in the future if we wanted to use them for other things. Increased speed for each enemy killed by this champion stacks across each round in up to 18 speed. Now the thing is, like, that is a really good thing to kind of go for. There really was nothing else in that sense that kind of we can go for, because when we're trying to down something, we're trying to down something ASAP. And this says increases damage to inflicted targets with less than 40% HP by 8%. If we're trying to basically make someone go from 100 to 0, that item's not going to help us. And neither is Life Drinker, because we don't care about that. So we just kind of went that to go down the further tree of that. But this one does help. It says increases damage inflicted by 8% for the first hit on each enemy. It's such a good tool for farming, so definitely something you go for because you're going for the first hit. Now this says increases damage inflicted by 5% for each dead ally, stacks up to 10%. That really isn't useful in any sense, because it's the simple fact that we're going to always... The goal for us as a speed farmer is us always going first, getting the kill, and nobody doing any other animations, no teammates, nothing. So it's separate from how we did our Kale farmer, where Kale would need to get boosted back up to do another attack. With Bellower, we're trying to one-shot kill them, move to the next section, one-shot kill them, move to the next section, one-shot kill them, move to the next section. The only thing that would hold us back is if the enemy has to go because they're still alive, or our teammates go because they're doing their animations or their move sets. So this really doesn't help in any sense, but it will help in other features if you did do this and he was standing still. This one is the real one that really helps us right now, Cycle of Violence, which is the cooldown reduction, which has a 30% chance, which is cool. This is good, Kill Streak, because when on your first 2 stages, it really does prepare you to getting more damage while you kill people before you face the final stage. So this boosts essentially Bellower's damage each time you go through 12-3 Brutal. On the first part, you kill people, you boost. Second, boost. And then finally the third one, you're basically at maxed out. So it says increases damage inflicted by 6% in arena, we don't care about it. 3% in all other locations for each enemy killed by this champion stacks up to 12. So if you kill 3, 6, 9, 12, 4, basically on the first stage, you're basically done at that point and you're decked out on kill streak and damage output. Blood Shield is just good to have when you're farming, but we don't really need it. We don't care about it. This one, actually, you see, the reason we went for Blood Shield is because we need the crit damage 20%. It is what it is. That's the only reason why you're chaining here. But yeah, you see, like, this would have been amazing to kind of have, but I mean, we're using all his items at that point. But I think this is still a really amazing build because you have to go to the bottom to get Flawless Execution for that crit damage 20%. It helps so much on the output. Then there's basically increase accuracy by 10. Like I said, we didn't focus on accuracy with our gear, but we're just going down the tiers here. You know, then it's kind of like, hey, do a heal, increase accuracy by 4 for each enemy alive. It is what it is at this point. Then this is to increase it's the Lore of Steel. It's increasing basically the damage output of the sets that we have. So this is really nice, guys. And then I just kind of went for Master Hexer. So if I did want to start alternating him into kind of having some accuracy stuff, if we eventually get, like, say, a crit neck and I don't need that attack damage anymore for the banner, like, this will actually be really nice on flow. So that was kind of the build that we did. It was really nice or whatever. It really does work well. So now let's get into actually doing some farming with Bellower, guys. It's really fun to actually do it with him, for the simple fact that it's way faster than it was with Kale. I'm going to shift myself to the top now, guys, so you guys can see what's going on. Again, if it's your first time here, you're really appreciating the content, you love what we're discussing right now, yo, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you guys think. I really love hearing from you guys, but now you're going to kind of see it in action. On average, I would say, based on how, like, the gear is, and it's not great, we do farm up to like 12 to 15 seconds. Sometimes it goes to 18, sometimes it goes to 9 to 8. So I would say 12 to 15 seconds is our average on farming. So I just farmed these people really quick. So let's get some characters here that we want. I'll probably do... I have a lot of brews for green right now, and there's an event going on, so I definitely do want to kind of have that. I'm going to set this, and guys, I know I have the EXP for the, for what is it called? The silver pass or whatever. It's really useful, guys. That 20% reduction is really nice. It really gives your money's worth when you're deciding to use those $5 deals, which I kind of do because I love playing the game. You know, I'm kind of like everyone where it's like, I love playing, but I also want the energy to be very good, in the sense where, you know, you're using the energy wisely and stuff. So the $9 for the month, and then you're getting 20%. So every 5 turns, you're kind of saving a lot of energy. It's really good. So see this right now. First turn, we easily knock these people out. It's only the third turn where it's wishy-washy. This second turn, same thing, guys. We're already at the 7% mark, 7 seconds. Now this is where it gets weird, because we didn't have the decreased cooldown on one of his main attacks, and it's the one where he raises his hand up and he does the shockwave. This is where it kind of makes it go to 18 seconds. So this is an example of Bellower going really slow for us. But it was kind of really good that all the enemies killed all those other people for us, because then we didn't have to worry about animations, essentially. But you can see that just with this type of crappy gear, he's really decent for farming. He farms consistently way faster than Kale does, and that's the thing that makes me really happy, guys, because it's like Kale before, like you see right here, now it's kind of like they're doing animations, it slows it down, but still at the end of the day, we went faster than before. We went to 17 seconds. So we'll all right, here we go, guys. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see if our boy Bellower will come through. Let's see if he'll come through. All right, this is gonna be a tough one. Will he? Oh, and there it is. There it is, guys. Our boy has done it. He does 9 seconds, like, but basically, like, I would say, like, right now, just with our current gear alone, guys, he does like 12 to like 15 seconds on average if you start adding them all together. He's really good on farming. We just need to replace that neck piece, and once we replace that next piece, even with the gear that we currently have, we would be Gucci. So yo, let me end this video because I already know it's really long. Yo, Bellower is God mode when it comes to farming. Pretty awesome. We don't have a Lego like Eva that kind, or I say Ava, that kind of does that type of stuff, but Bellower really holds it down for us. Like we stated all the stuff before, that he really has those shining points. He has all attack all enemy attacks, which is really amazing. He's a void character, so he doesn't have weaknesses. And if you just kind of go crazy with damage with him and make him a focused farmer in that sense, then you kind of really can go hardcore ham with him, and it's pretty awesome, guys. So thank you guys so much for the love and support. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if it's your first time here, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I love hearing from you guys. Also, in the comments below, let me know how you guys built Bellower, or who you use as your farmer, because I definitely love knowing new characters that people do use as farmers, because it makes me think a bit, and I love hearing the different dynamics and stuff. But this is our Bellower guide. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. See you guys. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys next time. Also, Fice shirt, baby. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, if this is your first time here and you're watching from YouTube, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you ever come to Twitch, definitely be sure to hit that follow button. Come join us on Discord. The link is below in the YouTube description. Also, last but not least, I want to say major shout outs to the sponsors. If you guys also wanted to financially support the stream, definitely be sure to check out that YouTube description below. There is a Patreon link. And if you can't support financially, don't worry guys, there's other ways you can actually show support. That's getting the word out, sharing the content, letting friends and loved ones know about this this channel. Tell them to come and hang out. Come join us on Discord. You will not regret it. It's the best community / family ever. It says it right there on the freaking board. Yo, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you guys next time. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to see next, what you think about the video, and so on. I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.